want to send, do you want to play the first roll-up? Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Well, hello, everybody. Well, we have been on live for the last 5 minutes, so, you know.
Not exactly.
Yeah, we have. but I didn't know, or I would have talked to people.
Well, I have to get both feeds running, and we have...
I know.
We're short-handed.
Well, we are, because we're on our own tonight without Ryan, without Kyle. But you know what? If either one of you are watching, Ryan, I think, got a real bad cold. And I hope you feel better, pal. And Kyle, I'm not sure where Kyle is, but if you're out there, we miss you both. It's going to be a fun night, though. We had a really, we had a cool week. It was a very fun, festive week, and a week of celebration for a couple of things. First, it was Seth's birthday, our very own Seth Robichaux. It was his birthday, so we ended up having Channing came in for it, and so we had a really good week. And wave up there. There you look at Channing going, where? That's right. And so Channing planned this great night, two nights out, which was one at Piero's, which was Debbie's favorite restaurant. And so we went there because Seth always wanted to eat there, and you and I hadn't been there in so long, years. So it was it's the best restaurant, honestly. It's just incredible.
Booth that was next to the Debbie, Richard Hamlet, Todd Fisher fallout over the showroom booth.
Right.
So that got named the Debbie Reynolds booth.
Did it? We didn't know to ask for it because I actually didn't know there was a Debbie Reynolds booth there. But then the next night, we went to see Magic Mike. Now, Magic Mike, Todd did not go with us. I'm only pointing that out because we wore him out the night before at dinner, I think.
I just didn't want anybody saying, is it a pipe in your pocket or you just
Exactly, but it was an awesome show. I've never been to a male review show before. I didn't know what to expect, and it was so much more than that. And it tours, right? Channing, you said you saw it in Texas? Yeah, so if you ever get a chance to go see it, with a bunch of your girlfriends, it's a really beautiful show. It is like a
Some guys might like it too.
Well, okay, absolutely. In fact, I would dare say anybody would really like it because it's like a Cirque du Soleil production, very high production values, incredibly talented cast. I don't know how many there ever.
Do you have a film clip of that?
We do have a film clip of that.
Is that out of sequence?
Nope. We're gonna. That's right. So enter Seth.
If you're gonna talk, it's good to have a mic.
Yeah.
Well, it's just nonstop. Everything happens. There's no people like show peoples.
If you do the whole act, you have to come up on the stage.
Oh no, just a little sampling. Just a little sampling.
Okay, so
Shall we show the folks?
I think we should show.
Oh, okay. Let's show the folks at home.
Now, the part that you're about to see is not the super high production value.
Well, it was someone's production. Something was high. I don't know
I'm just
what it
glad
was.
I didn't sit in the front row like Seth and Channing did. So I'm not exactly sure what the clip is. Is it that one?
Well, it's a PG-13.
Okay, so it's a PG-13.
But I don't think we have any children that watch.
I did
so
not pick this clip, but I love this clip. I just want to say that this clip.
Well, everyone had a good time, and this is Liz, myself, Channing, and the kitty cat, and what we experienced for my alleged birthday. It's about okay. Now, see, it starts out classy. Well, what you're not seeing is there's an 80-year-old woman they brought on stage to dance.
Now this was.
Well, now this is the young man you see. Oh, and now he's swing
that's
dancing
Seth's
with me.
birthday dance right there.
Well,
And
there was something poking. I don't know what it was.
You're,
It was like Gene Kelly dancing with me.
then right after that, Channing got to dance. And I got to sit in the second row, so I didn't have to endure this horror.
And there you have it.
So that was Seth's special birthday. And if you go to the show and you don't want to have that experience, make sure you sit where they can't get at you.
There's another way to do it.
And
too.
they give you a safe
stay
word.
home and watch Turner Classic Movies, which is what I did.
That's right.
Then there's no sweaty men trying to throw you around and whatever that's all about.
Well, you know what? I have to say that every single one of these guys were all trained classical dancers as well. And the choreography when they're on the stage, which is in the center of the room, is magnificent. The music's fantastic. Everybody in it is multi-talented musicians, singers. They all dance incredibly well. And I guess that if you can dance really well classically, that you can also do what we just saw. But they play the piano, the drums. You know, they're all multi-talented.
Are you trying to say when I dance like that for you that it's not the same?
You know, it's when you come at me with your nostrils flaring like in a romance novel.
That's what happened over
there. That's the part that is not very realistic. Look at you. I don't know. But all I can say is that show is worth seeing. I really never thought I'd see it. So I'm glad that I did because it was really good.
How would Carrie have put it then?
I don't know.
Worth it!
Yes, that's what she would have said. Worth it!
Well, I thought, no, it was very much. Channing and I bonded over getting a lap dance from the same gentleman. I thought that was very sweet of him, to share.
And he has after-hour program for couples.
Well, it was nice because he had firm little buns like loaves. You could serve them.
Are you talking about the dancer that you had?
That threw him around.
That threw me that I did swing dancing with.
I
yes.
will say well, Liz, who's here right now, Liz Cochran, she and I were sitting. First of all, Channing booked a table. It was right next to the stage.
On purpose.
I didn't even know what goes on. So what happened was I sat behind it, and Liz and I were sitting behind where we couldn't be gotten to, and I was never so happy in my life because I would have been mortified if that had happened to me. But I was going to sit in the front, and then you said, something about, and I was like, oh, of course. But I didn't think then. I wasn't thinking, oh, if you sit in this seat, you're likely to get chosen to get a lap dance. But if you don't want the lap dance, they do give you the safe word, which was unicorn. And if you said that to the dancer, then they knew that you didn't want that. So I think that's pretty respectable. You know what I mean? But anyway.
You know how they knew that I didn't want it?
How?
Because I wasn't there.
Exactly. But it is a beautiful high production value show. I will say that. It was, and the venue that they built for it is magnificent. And Channing Tatum is one of the executive producers, so he starred in the movie Magic Mike, which I've never seen, but now I want to. Yes. His mic is going in and out?
No, but it is on. It's lower than expected.
That's right.
Well,
hire yourself. There you go.
Turn it to her and I'll walk back.
Okay. So we also had a fantastic time, which I'm going to wait for Todd to come back onto the stage for this. But so we also, was it the next day or was that the day of, or was it all one day of? The day before.
Because we wanted to excite the folks at home, get them really
yes,
revved up.
Well, we thought we'd just get that out of the way, and I'm not able to see comments yet because I have to load this onto my page. I have to load YouTube onto my page, so if you want to grab that. But I do want to say that we had a really great week because we went to Yesco, which is the company that's...
No, wait, we need to do the auction before we get into that.
No, we do the auction after. So we go into, so Yesco is the company that is redoing the neon sign, the Debbie Reynolds Hotel and Casino sign, which is what you're all part of, because that's what we've been raising the money for so long. And we are so, thank you, and we are so excited because we got to actually see it for the first time. And it's not done yet.
Well,
but
we saw it unfinished.
no, we saw it after it's been sitting outside for how long?
Many years.
For decades.
30 years.
Yeah, for 3 decades it was sitting outside. And when you see this, because the unveiling of it will be at the Neon Museum on October 9th. So if you're anywhere in this area, please, it's open to the public. You need to see it. If you don't, we will be showing it on this show for sure. But we went to Yesco, which is the sign company, and it was so fascinating because neon is a lost art, and it's very, everything's LED now, but neon signs are neon, and you have to bend the neon to go inside the letters. When you see neon signs all over Las Vegas, you can't imagine the work that went into that because it is old school, analog, very incredible. And there's so few artisans left, and there's no vocation school for it. So, I mean, it's a really lost art, and this company is fantastic. They make everything here, and I think all over the United States, but this is going to be really fun. So we're going to go ahead and play a clip of us going to Yesco and seeing where the sign is at as we approach closer.
Should I set it up a little bit more or just let it go?
You set it up, yes, absolutely.
Well, to put things in perspective, back when we first bought the hotel, my mother needed to come up with a sign package for the hotel because it said the Paddle Wheel Hotel on it. So we needed designs from the different sign companies. We actually got bids from several companies. But Yesco came back with the most brilliant designs, and the gentleman that had done the artwork really knocked themselves out using Debbie's autograph and film clips. They turned the paddle wheel into a film reel that spilled off images of all the great stars, and then the sprocket holes in the film, chased like it was motion picture. So it was really, they did a great job. Now these guys are also the ones that did the original Hard Rock Hotel. If you remember the giant Gibson guitar, I mean, they really do great themed stuff. So they showed us this package, and then they told us how much it was going to cost. And it was actually as much as the entire hotel cost at auction. And we were all like, no, we can't afford that. And they were like, don't worry, we will lease it to you. And we were like, okay, well, what does that come down to? We'll figure it out. We'll get the monthly payments down. It was just like being on a used car lot. They got the monthly payments down. We were like sold. And the next thing you know, they were installing this amazing sign package, which required a lot of work to the hotel because they were really going beyond, obviously, the things that were there. But when the deal at the hotel ended and the hotel was no more, the sign company got the signs back because they were leased. They belonged to them. And they really couldn't do anything with them because, especially the Debbie Reynolds thing, because it's Debbie's signature, which is a trademark of hers, not theirs. And we couldn't do anything with it because they own the sign. So there it sat for 30-something years in the neon graveyard. And as you all know, we came back to everybody and told them the vision to rebuild this sign to its original glory and light it up and put it across from all of my mom's friends and the hotels of yesterday from Vegas. And so it will sit across from Liberace. And around it will be all the old hotels from the Sands to the Sahara, to the Desert Inn, blah, blah. So it's a really cool tribute to my mother, as you'll see. And anyway, you're going to see us seeing the sign done for the first time. Obviously, it hasn't been totally done, but you'll be seeing that soon enough. But we're going to run you a video that we made from Yesco, where we paid a little visit to them. So anything further, or did I cover
No,
it
I
all
think
of
you
it?
got it. But again, just Yesco is the sign company that has restored the sign. It's almost done, and it's because of all of you and our auctions, and just thank you so much for helping us make this dream a reality, because it's going to be for everybody. And again,
go.
October 9th,
And- Oh,
neon
he's not
sign.
done.
Here we go.
Speaking
and
of, before we do the clip, really
Yes.
quickly, I just want to give a shout out to a few people who have already donated.
I'm seeing Frank Ferruccio.
Frank is here. He
I'm
donated
seeing-
twice. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Frank.
much. John
Andrea
Greer,
Sodman
thank
is here.
you.
Kathy McGowan is here. She donated.
Thank
Barb
you.
Badalamenti, Barb Kevern, Cammie Roundtree, John Greer, Ebert Joshua. We thank all of you for donating and being here. And if you donate this week, you will have a chance to win a very special prize next week on the Super Wheel, as the donors who donated last week
Will
have
be
a
on
chance
tonight's
this week.
Super Wheel.
You know,
yeah.
without, I just thought about, as I was looking at Seth off camera, I started
goodness.
thinking, this is like Carol Merrill. It's like the off camera, or
Yes.
Ed McMahon.
The
Oh, am
what
I
was that?
Ed?
Was that the Carol Merrill? Was that the Price is Right? What was that?
Carol
door
Merrill.
No, it was there. It was Monty. Remember the door number 1, door number 2.
Oh,
door number
yeah,
3?
I watched that when I was a
But
kid.
no,
yes.
but I mean, whatever the case may
You
be.
won't remember that,
the
Seth, because you
off-camera
weren't even a
voice from nowhere.
twinkle in your mother's eye
Oh
yet.
my! Well, I
Yeah.
like to be off camera because I'm always on camera. So when I'm off, I kind of get to be like the Wizard of Oz. you
Yeah,
know?
but you're looking beautiful.
Well,
off
that's very
camera.
Ed
sweet,
McMahon
thank you.
used to announce all the people that were coming on, and he would always do a commercial and never be on camera. And Johnny would always be kind of looking off camera. That's exactly what was just happening.
Well, you are very Carson-esque, so I
yeah, very.
no, it's true.
Well,
It's
let's go. Just roll the clip because this
Well,
is.
here we go.
Yeah, and we're off.
All right, here we go. Yes, go.
I hear the cottonwoods whispering above. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy's in love.
It's amazing where life takes you, because the last place I ever thought I would be is in a place where they actually recreate, create, and restore neon signs of incredibly small to outrageously big, iconic things that people will see now for the next 100 years. It's really quite amazing. And I've never even thought about, well, how do they bend neon? I never even thought about that. But we're about to find out. I love anything new.
I'm ready. Okay, so we're just going to come in easy, and we're going to get those little babies heated up.
Yeah.
Wait, it's hot.
Yeah.
Now, how do I know when it's going to... Oh, I feel it's a little sticky.
You're gonna start, And if it starts to feel so,
Well, it is soft.
oh wow.
Yeah, right. Well, I was watching.
It's not that much time, right?
I was paying attention.
Yeah. See that? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The intention is, it's like once it's you weld it, kind of roll it here so that we keep the same. Because you remember you have.
No,
like,
it's
3
flat.
seconds.
It's now flat.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get the job? No?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, you heard him.
All right.
He said I get the job. I don't have a valid Social Security number. Does that matter? Okay, just checking. A friend of mine's number, though, I can use that.
There. You probably like you gotta go like. Yeah.
Not closer. I don't feel that it's getting loose yet.
No. It's better. Yeah,
It's still stiff.
You can.
I'll be able to feel it.
Go a little lower, yeah, like inch.
Well, I'm a little. Oh, I see the flame now. Okay, it's flexible.
Flexible.
Well, it's moving. You see
You gotta
it?
feel like a spaghetti.
Oh, it's spaghetti. You see it?
All right, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
now.
try, huh? Try.
Now we come in here.
Yes. Remember, you got like 5 seconds, so.
5
like,
seconds.
Perfect.
And then you cool it.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. And I did it without my blowing tube. I owe it all to my friend here. Without him, I did miss it a little bit, but it's close enough,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Would that be okay?
Yeah. First time. Whoa.
Well, I have to admit, I have welded things, but not glass. But, you know, that's fun. Thank you.
See, nah, thank you.
I feel like I need to smoke a cigarette. I don't know how you feel at home, but a cigarette would be appropriate. What did you think, Kat?
You've been
Yeah,
no,
a
thank
cocktail.
you.
I don't really
How's
like
the things
cocktails,
going over
but
there?
there is something to be said for that one as well.
So these are original tubes,
This is the
Oscar?
original. This is the new one.
Okay, and
That's
just,
the old. This is new.
oh wow, the color match is fabulous. Well done. So typically, and if you're at the Neon Museum, and you look at, say, the Moulin Rouge sign, you can see the old tube or the original tubing versus the new tubing. You've done an incredible job, and as I understand it, the original tubing was all mercury, correct? Mercury lined?
That's both are mercury, but I mean that's mercury rose.
Mercury rose?
Mercury rose, but they don't do that color anymore. So they replace it with this.
Okay.
It's pretty good, though. I mean,
EGL.
it's very close. There's your weld there, right? This is the weld like we just did a minute ago. Although he does it perfectly because you don't see. Look at that. It's almost
You can
perfect.
see like
So I love the fact that we're showing how consistent that work is being done. And again, I just can't emphasize enough, there's no technology here. That's just Oscar's expertise.
And the transformers that are powering this are literally ancient technology. The transformer is basically invented by Nikola Tesla.
Yes.
And this is a step-up transformer. It takes regular household current, but it sticks it up into thousands of volts, which is what excites the neon inside of there. That's what is causing that to glow. But this is extremely high voltage, but not enough voltage, let's say, to kill you, make your hair rise and give you some fun. But that is thousands of volts. Now, if you turn up the current side, then it's death. This is a high voltage transformer, and the voltage is going to go through my body to the neon. Go ahead. Oscar's going to shock the shit out of me.
Around all of that. I said, oh my. So the same thing
I'll
with,
tell you if it bothers me.
with the dress. If we can get that
You watching?
curio cabinet and just have it
We
all
can
in the
take
curio
more.
cabinet.
You're not hurting me.
After it's done, we don't have to worry about it. We just have an educational panel somewhere. Yeah. But I don't know where else to put it. Anyway.
This is what's called
And now
power.
the size of it with that.
Yeah, but see, the high voltage, I'm not grounded anywhere.
Sure,
Now,
also wrap it.
but this is also very high voltage, not high current. Low current, high voltage. That's not bothering me. Well, that's what the current's flowing through me to there. In fact, come over here, Kat. No, Kat, no. Come here. Come here. Now put your phone down for crying out loud. Yeah, you do. Come here. No, I don't. I promise. You're going to take my hand. Here, you put this in one hand. Put this in your other hand. Put this in the other hand. Hold that. Now, you ready?
whoa, she doesn't even have.
Look. Now it's passing through me, through her, to there.
That's the current of love. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you see, if I get far enough away, you'll see how it goes away, but it's picking up on, we're connecting the circuit. You haven't done that before? The two-person?
You did not get shocked.
See, normally we don't risk the actress's life on things like this. But I felt we were in a pretty good position not to have her get in any trouble. I've done it before. Not with that machine, but I get the idea. Beautiful colors chart. I love it. So this, I don't remember ever seeing this because when we discussed color, nobody ever gave us, your designers were like, Debbie, of course, one of her favorite colors, was that for the pink for her signature. So there was sort of like, well, we know how to do that. So I,
Coral pink we used right here.
there it is. Cool. EGL Coral Pink.
This is the original color right here, Mercury Rose, which is not available anymore, but you can see how close the two colors are.
And why is that available?
That company is a classic now.
Oh, so it's really just the coating?
Yeah.
Still, very close.
And so once again, this is based off of Debbie's signature.
Yep.
Right? So the entire idea is that this is her signature on the side of a building in this case, but will be brought back in that signature Debbie pink, brought back to life. When
it's ready.
you worked on it originally, are there any changes in sort of like in the technology or in the fabrication since that time to now?
Definitely, because we were still doing vellums at that time. We were just kind of starting to transition to the computers. So everything was hand drawn on vellums, and so you had to kind of go and make sure everything was just precise.
Make a mistake, start again.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, but it was just kind of thrilling to be able to meet her and everything, because she was one of my father's favorites movie stars.
Now, do you remember, did she, because I seem to have this recollection that when this was the decision was made to make it Debbie,
Yes.
that she wrote on a piece of paper for
Yes.
you guys her signature.
Exactly.
She actually just signed it, and then they had to transfer
Replicate it.
Right, but
Yes.
literally she just was in their office and just wrote her name really big, and then that's what this is. And
What did we think of today?
You know what? Oh, there's Chan. We are doing, Channing, get back in here. What do I think about today? I am whelmed. Not overwhelmed. I'm whelmed. It makes me happy. Because I knew that this would make Debbie so happy. And so I love this because she would be over the moon over this. And so that is what makes me happy.
Tammy's in love.
wow.
What a beautiful job, Seth. Good
Oh,
job.
thank you.
Really, really good job with that.
Added the Tammy touch.
And that, of course, that song gets me every time. But I'm not doing that again this week. No, I'm not going to cry. I'm not doing it. Okay, so I love
you saw
that,
Aaron
every bit of
there
it.
in
Yeah,
there?
Aaron is fantastic
From the
from the Neon Museum.
He's very knowledgeable about signs and neon, of course.
Yep.
So it's great to have him there. He's, of course, instrumental in all this happening.
Yep. Also, want to give everybody at the Yesco factory a
They were
big
so awesome.
shout out because they were so good to us. And Oscar, who is the neon
artiste.
artist. Yeah, I mean,
He's the guy that was trying to teach me how to blow glass.
but I was very impressed because that did not look easy to get the glass to just the right heat and then
the
to
important
bend it.
thing is not to panic. When the
I would have panicked,
All of a
yeah.
sudden, you're twirling it around in the flame, and all of a sudden the glass goes. And obviously, if
Yeah.
you make any drastic moves, it's party over.
Right, but it was just a very fascinating thing, and we saw so many other people's signs and new things, so we couldn't film any more than what we were filming because everything was under kind of like double secret probation wrap, and I love that. But I'm so happy because we're getting very close to October 9th when it's going to be unveiled at a ceremony at the Neon Museum here in Las Vegas. If you have never been to the Neon Museum, that is crazy. Most people that come here, probably 3/4 of them don't even know about the Neon Museum, and you should know about it because it is a magical experience to go there when the sun is going down, and all of these just incredibly beautiful, all of the Las Vegas history right in one place and lit up. It is selfie heaven. You get the most beautiful pictures of those things, and the light that's coming off that neon is so beautiful. And the signs aren't like up there. The signs are right there in front of you. So
It's like a maze.
It's like a maze of neon from the rich history and storied
Now, speaking
history of
that,
Las
when,
Vegas.
When we do the Neon Museum, we're going to have this dress
Oh,
Carol
yes,
Merrill,
this
thank you.
dress will be
on display.
On
Because
display.
that was from the hotel days. And then the painting that you see in front of me here, this painting will also be on display with that dress because it goes to it's a Bob Mackie dress. And that's there because it's a hotel dress.
my favorite. This is my
Mine
favorite.
too.
I think this is my favorite dress of all of
It's
her
very classy.
costumes. Well, it's very.
You think you could fit in that?
No, I don't. That dress is
wonder
about
if
a.
I could fit in
It's about a size 2. That
Is that
dress,
the
I
idea?
I'm
think.
dieting for that reason.
Don't you think, Channing, or Liz looks like a size 2? At least. Yeah, I mean, she was tiny, tiny, tiny.
TTMS.
TTMS, teeny tiny movie star. So we people were enjoying that, and we had a couple of questions. But
Are you sure people enjoy it? Yeah,
I
the
think
T-
so,
you let
yes.
the TTMS go by.
Well,
so
we
that-
also have
Teeny
about,
tiny movie star.
if anybody wants to see any more footage of a glass getting blown or lit or anything like that, we do have about an hour to 2 hours of all this footage. So
I
throughout
don't
the
know that
next
anybody
week,
could handle that
throughout the
much.
throughout the next week, we'll be posting that segment and
And
other little
others,
segments to
yes.
the YouTube channel from that
Yes.
adventure.
Right.
There's the extended play
So-
version of the Neon Museum.
Yes, for our subscribers. So like and
And
subscribe to our YouTube page.
There were some additional jokes that would have fallen outside of the live show rating.
Well,
that had to do with blowing glass.
That's right. We'll just let it be.
Well,
Hey,
I'm-
Debbie Lewis, thank you so
Now-
much.
We have some questions from the audience. So someone is asking if the October 9th neon lighting will be live streamed. And I don't think we will be live streaming it. From what I understand from Ryan, I think what we're going to do is be videoing it and then showing it, clips from it, on the next show.
Right.
Well, I mean, actually, let's hear from you guys. 'Cause
Well, we have a
could-
lot going on that
Well, the
night.
bandwidth out there
and
is
the bandwidth
hard
there
to-
is very,
Well,
very
we
to
bring
weak.
our
stream.
little thing with us.
It even at that, I think it would be tough to do because I was trying to live stream from the Vermont fair when I was in Vermont,
Well, it's a little different. Well, we could test it ahead of time.
and it was off of that. So, but anyway, the
TBD.
point is we have a
TBD.
lot going on that night, and we also are going to have. There's a lot of people that are actually coming in for this.
Well,
to
but
see
we
it.
Yes.
want people to, whenever we can take you there live, we will. For an example, we are also doing, an event at the Reagan Library again, and we will stream that event. That'll be on the 27th. So there's going to be multiple events
Yes.
that we will stream. And
Right.
that event is on a Friday night, so we'll move the show to a Friday night instead of a Saturday night, and we'll just have our show that evening at the Reagan Library live from there.
Right.
And so when we can, like when the technology lines up with the stars and the people, and
Yeah.
then you make it happen.
I have a feeling that they probably have pretty good internet at the
Oh, no, but
Reagan
we-
Library.
this time we're coming equipped. We'll bring the box with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
got that
that'll
v-
be easier than the Neon Museum. But rest assured, whoever cannot make the Neon Museum, whether it is
Oh, we're
live
going to
or
cover
videoed,
it.
we will
Absolutely.
cover that for
we
you.
will cover it, and because you all
but
deserve
those who want
to see
to
that.
still come, if you would like to come, I want to tell everybody you can go to the Debbie Reynolds Hollywood Studio Store page on Facebook and join the group and register there. Ryan is taking an RSVP list
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
of people who would like to. We have a lot of people who are wanting to confirm, and then we have quite a few who've also already confirmed that they're going to fly in.
That's right. And so
to
that's kind of
join that
exciting.
event
And we
with
have
us.
a little secret for everybody
Surprise,
that
yeah.
we can't talk about.
Well, we have a special
if you
guest
come
because
in.
Channing will be there too because it's her birthday that week.
Channing's birthday. It's that very
That day.
That very day, October 9th. So we're going to have a really, really great time. Now, if we could, I would love to usher in before we usher in the new auction items, we have to talk about the auction items that are now closing.
In
Yeah.
about 30 minutes.
Okay, so we
Well,
will.
actually, in 25 minutes.
25
Do I
minutes.
have them all up here?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I have them on my laptop, so if you just want to Apple share to me, and I can.
Well, why don't I do this? I'll just put you up here, and then you
Well,
can.
you put me wherever.
There you go. So you're
There
up
I am.
there. We'll stay on the number 2 camera, and I can show. You can bring me the stuff too. Although I don't see the sweatshirt.
Well,
in.
they're already kind of pre-packed for the winner,
Oh,
so we
you'll-
can.
So we're going to have to go to
So
Apple
make
TV.
that bigger then.
Yes,
Yep.
so we'll go from item to
Way
item.
bigger. You can't see it at all. So can we cut
I
to the
got it.
Apple
Well,
TV?
he's got the. We are on it right there.
There you go. Okay,
So
now we
this
can
is-
see it.
This was a fun little rare item. It's an extra large sweatshirt. Go to the next picture down. I like that
But
one.
extra large in the 90s is not extra large of today.
No,
I'm going
I
to tell
actually
you now.
think that this would fit me or you or whatever, and I don't think it'd be crazy big, right?
Well, I don't know if I could fit the girls in the extra large. I'm thinking no.
I say they could smash in there.
It's a small extra large, but the point is it is from the hotel, and it's the only one I think we have. I haven't seen
no,
any.
I don't have. Well, I have a box that had some DR Studios shirts,
Yep.
pants, a few things, and so there's a few of these around. Not a lot of stuff because we didn't have a reason to keep it. It was almost like an accident.
Right.
If we did have it, it's not like we were, saying, "Oh, we'll keep this inventory for later when we start the hotel back up."
Mm-hmm.
no one ever thought we'd even be doing what we're doing. All right, next item is what?
Our next item
And this is the auction that's been going on all week.
It's been going on all week.
Yeah.
It started
all
it
week.
last
And
week.
so these items are all at DebbieReynoldsStudioStore.com. We close in about 23 minutes.
If you want
Let's go.
to
Give me an-
bid
I don't
on
have
that,
that record.
that's where
Where
you
is
go
it?
to do that.
It's already getting packaged
It's not
up.
over there?
No.
All right,
It's
so
a-
we have, that's too bad. This is a good item. This is a pretty interesting item. It's an old, it is a 33 and a half, so it's a standard speed record, but this is underside. But this is real vintage stuff here. I mean, this is the early first release of Singing in the Rain. It is in good condition, not mint condition. What would you expect? It's not like it's wrapped or something, but the album is with it. And you can see it was signed to Don, and I don't remember how we ended up with this, but at any rate, there it is. There are ways to eliminate names too, I have found. Especially
Oh, really?
Yep, there are ways to take that away. But if your
Well,
name
lucky
happens to be
Don.
Don, it's perfect. So that would be like, I guess you could just any kind
Well,
of
or
a
if you
Don.
choose to identify as Don now, just for the sake of the
true.
record.
That is true. All right, enough of that. So that's a great item, pretty rare. There aren't that many of
And
them.
again, about another 22 minutes if you want to go do a
Yes.
final
They
bid
did
on
have
that.
a later release of this same record that came out.
Right now,
That would have been more like your traditional. So this is really the earliest release.
Right.
the
Which
bidding
makes it rarer.
the bidding is up to 140 right now, and ironically, DR, we don't know who that is the last person who bid on it.
Well,
Oh.
so go to the studio store if any of this stuff interests you. DebbieReynoldsStudioStore.com. Now, I do have that up here, don't I?
Do you?
I
I
have
think
that.
you
Okay.
do. Yes, you do.
So for scale, there is that. This is a picture of Cary Grant. And who did we say?
I think it's Kim Novak.
That's Kim
It
Novak.
definitely is. It's Kim Novak looking very sexy.
As per
And-
usual.
And that's a Frank Worth print. This is about 11 by 17, silver gelatin, very nice stamp from the estate. And I can go to the close-up camera if you want to see this stamp. Close-up camera, see you? And let's see if I turn it a certain way, you could, there it is. You see the stamp there in that right corner.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's the Frank Worth, and then what else we got? I know we had something. Is it the poster?
Next, we have a poster
Ah.
from The Mating Game.
All right, so so I'm holding the poster of The Mating Game. This is folded up, so it's an original first release of The Mating Game. And I really don't want to unfold the whole thing for you, but I'll let you see what it is. You can see it's in really pretty decent shape. It does have some tape stains and some very minor wear, but
Watch out
given,
because it's
given its age,
there
it's
you
in
go.
remarkable condition. I got to have that flat before I do that.
Yes.
So it's going back to the picture on the screen. There it is there, unfolded. It's a standard poster size, standard U.S. poster, one sheet.
If I got that, I would have it linen backed because that's a beautiful poster. And
You can't, you have to, first of all, I love this movie, and also the movie has special meaning to me because this is the first time I was ever conscious. I wasn't conscious. You've seen me sitting in my mom's director chair with my mother. She has the hay or the straw in her hair. And it was the first time I had really ever been on a movie set at MGM. And this was a set that was used over and over again, many, many movies, sort of in the back, lot 3 towards the back. And it was a really great location. And my mom's stuntman, Lauren, put me on a horse at that age. I mean, it couldn't have been more than that size. He obviously was there. He put me in his lap. But I could, I see these pictures and it does flash back. And so thank you, Lauren, for those rides. Although thanks, Mom, for taking me there and letting Lauren abuse Carrie and I in such a good fashion. So that was our abuse. Oh, you're going to show us pictures of all that?
Well, I was going to find some. I think they're here somewhere.
That their picture of me in the chair is probably there. That is true. But I'll tell you, that movie is, I think, kind of a sleeper movie because Tony Randall was an amazing comedian. And he plays a straight man in there up against my mother who's teasing him.
There you go.
That's the right time. Yep. You can run that up. All right, so we'll go here. Let's just go right to there. That's a picture of Carrie and I on the set of The Mating Game. And if you zoom in on her, there you go. Zoom in on her head. So
On
there's
Carrie's
a scene
head?
where she jumps out of the hayloft in the barn, and you can see her hair is all full of straw from that. Now, isn't that awesome, though, that a mother would take her kids to the set, hold up the entire production to romp around with us or whatever. Although I don't look happy, I'm not sure why. I think I wanted to be operating the camera. That's why.
I think
The guy
so.
was running.
You
the-
wanted to direct the shot.
No. I would have been happy just operating the camera. The guy was right there where I'm looking. The guy was operating a big ass camera, and I think that's what you're looking at. I wanted to operate the camera. Now, Carrie, look at her. She really looks tortured. Like, I don't even want to be in this business. Can you zoom in on that? It's pretty damn
I
funny.
can't zoom in, unfortunately, right here because
Well,
I'm on your.
That's all right. It's pretty damn funny. Carrie's got a funny expression on her. But that's the back lot of MGM and one of our early experiences on the lot. And what an awesome thing to have a mom, because most of the parents, I can assure you, were not bringing their kids to the lot. For some who couldn't, for, we'll call it power or political power reasons. But my mother had some clout in these days, and, you know, it was kind of like, the kids are coming with me. And there were a few moms that did that, but very few, very few. And so the only reason why I'm not screwed up is because she allowed me to play on the back lots.
Okay, well, I love that movie as well, and your mom was a great mom, and she was a Girl Scout leader. I don't know how she did it actually, but she was a great mom, just a great mom. Is this from last week?
Yep, this is
Okay.
our last item.
All right.
Last item is a silver plated tray. Now, I had this one in my hands last week. This is very heavy duty, very intricately engraved, but not solid silver. Because if it was solid silver, it would be worth like $5,000 in silver, because it's a very heavy tray. But I showed it last week. You didn't put the size here, but I'm going to say it's about 18 inches in size. Did you put any description like
I
that?
believe I put a description of the size down here.
So you have about 10 minutes if you wanted to put a last
No,
minute
but I
bid
have
in
it on my
that.
phone. It's 9. I know exactly because I measured it and I embedded it into my brain. It is 9 by 12
Okay.
as far as width goes, inches.
And the handles take it out a few more inches.
Yes.
But this was a serving tray. As you know, we had elaborate shindigs at the house where I grew up. And so everything in my mom's mind had to be on silver. I'm not sure where she got that from, given that we were so poor. You know, historically speaking, I don't know how we leaped to everything had to be crystal and silver, but there it was. I mean, everything was silver and crystal and engraved sterling. And, you know, I mean, about half of the stuff is solid silver and half is not. I have some really big ones that are beautifully engraved, but they're not solid, and they couldn't be. If it was 20 pounds of silver, it would be $10,000 worth of silver to put a turkey on. Makes no sense. So anyway, these are really beautiful pieces from the Greenway era, and I do have like 20 of them. So it's like, I mean,
Yeah,
but
we're
as
never
much as
going
we
to
like
use
party,
all of them. That's right. We're not. In fact, you know, we very rarely use any of them because we don't have a staff like they had back in the day.
What do you mean we don't have a staff?
No,
Last night I dreamt of a big staff in the house.
that's right.
Oh, it was Moses'
But to
staff.
serve on these kind of things, you know, it would take a week or two to clean up after it. So
Now I'll tell you,
yeah,
the other
back
day,
in the day, everyone.
No, but you served something the other day, and I gave you a silver platter.
Yeah,
So
well, because one platter, is
can
great.
handle the
I
one-
can handle the platter.
single
Yes.
platter cleanup.
But I love them. I think you know it's really of an era gone by that I don't really know anyone that uses all this kind of thing anymore.
Now I'll tell you where this also got used.
Where?
It wasn't just for the parties or the tables. When they would come up to the bedroom, like when Mary would come up to
Yeah.
the bedroom with Harry's drink,
Yeah.
they would have a little doily on there, and there would be two drinks on there. Let's say Debbie and Harry's drink, and they would come up to the bedroom with that tray or a little snack. Like Harry would always have a little crystal bowl of red skin peanuts, and then next to it would be a cut crystal glass with his J&B and soda, and
Yeah.
it actually was served on that.
I think we actually have those few glasses.
You do. There's a
yeah,
few left
because
for
I saw them,
nostalgia.
but they're beautiful. I've never seen anything like
They're
them.
heavy cut
Yes,
crystal.
yes, beautiful.
But it does suck up some room, and they do weigh something. So there you have it.
Exactly.
Just like an airline.
Okay, so now those are about to close
So
in
those
about.
are going to close in 15 minutes.
I have
Oh,
no
and
15
idea.
minutes,
What
that's
are the
good.
new items? Let's get through
So
it.
we'll
you
do
go,
the new items.
Well, I'm just going to
and
show them really quickly where
Okay.
they can go to bid.
I have no idea. Oh, studio store.
So the
So
Debbie
this is the
Reynolds
Debbie Reynolds Studio Store,
StudioStore.com.
and you just go to our live auction tabs right here
There you
to
go.
bid.
Well, what are the new items?
Well, the new items I will come and bring to you because they're
All
actually
right.
they're live in
We'll
the
have to bring
studio.
those on
So
in. I am not aware of it. So
Also,
hopefully
I would like to say,
Well, I didn't go to the farm on it.
I know
I went shopping.
you do that. I'm going to say thank you so much to, if you want to, there we go. Go to, first of all, Debbie Lewis. I know you had surgery and you're learning how to walk again and all that. And I am really happy that, you know, it all went well. And I'm wishing you well. And I want to thank you for your donation. And I also want to thank Terry Dixon and Diane Vogt. Thank you so much. Also, Andrea Sodman, thank you so much. John Eric St. James, hiya, baby. Thank you so much. And Debbie Starr Jackson, thank you so much. And Kathy Gans is having a dinner with her brothers. And Philo Barnhart, who is the animator from, if I got this wrong, I'm so sorry, but from animator from The Little Mermaid, the movie, which is, you know, I think it, yes, I would sing you the song right now from that because I still love the music from that so much, but we can't do that on YouTube.
You can acapella
actually
it.
you can do it.
No,
You can.
I'm not going to do it because I don't want to even take a chance that we'll get.
when
No,
you
it
play
won't.
something
It's-
back,
you're
you
not
can sing anything
recorded.
you want out of your own mouth.
I know you can do that on Facebook, but I'm not
No,
sure
you can do
about
it on YouTube.
He's doing the beatbox
Do a
for
rap
me.
version of it, a Reynolds rap.
No, I honestly,
I just love that movie so much.
What
you
is
know, it's
that?
just such a great.
Wait, give me a little beat, Todd. Give me a little. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Bow, chicka, bow, bow. You know, you do that. Do a little
Yeah.
rap.
You know, it reminds me of being at the Pentatonics concert just.
Oh, I don't
just
know
a few
about
weeks
that.
Ago.
Give
No,
us
and
that
I love
credit.
it. Anyway, hi Kathy, and I'm just so excited to have you all here, and that we're getting close to this time. I wish everybody could be here for the Neon Museum experience. It's going to be so fantastic. But we'll take you there. Okay, going on to the new auction
cool
items.
item here. This is a cool item. Let's go to the close-up camera. It'll work well
Yeah,
on
you
this.
definitely need to go to the close-up.
That is a great picture of Leslie Nielsen and my mother from Tammy. This is an original studio production advertising still for Tammy and the Bachelor, and it's signed by my mom, and it's in the original frame from DR Studios. This is small enough where you might want to consider just keeping it in the original DR Studios frame if you want. I mean, it's a decent little oak frame, but one of my favorite little. First of all, Leslie Nielsen again. God,
I love
that guy
him.
is freaking hilarious, and his timing. And now he plays a straight man in this movie with my mother messing with him as a younger woman does. But anyway, it's a great movie. He plays the quintessential bachelor getting landed by the little country girl Debbie, who lives with Walter Brennan in a riverboat. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. Of course, this is where she sings the song Tammy, which really gave her a bigger musical career in terms of records, which hadn't happened prior to that. So next Debbie item, we're just staying with Debbie items. We did a poster a minute ago that is what I think is the Mating Game, which is a great film. This one is My Six Loves. And again, it's in similar condition to the other one. These are in pretty darn good shape. This one I'm going to go ahead and open up all the way because we didn't show it any other way. But you can see this is in very good shape.
Oh,
It's
yes.
Debbie, My Six Loves.
Yep.
The funniest fix a girl ever got into. So I wouldn't say that because I can think of my mother getting into bigger fixes later that weren't so funny. I can think of Kat getting into some fixes that weren't so funny. But
Yeah.
this
Not always
was
fun in
It's
games.
a really interesting movie. If you haven't seen this one, it's about Debbie who adopts all these children in the middle of a career. She's a stage performer, has this career, and she ends up with all these kids living in the house with her. It's quite a fun romp of a movie, as they say. And this is actually, I would almost say, mint condition.
It's got a little,
A little slight tear.
yeah, a little slight tear on the
On the
lower
bottom
left, or a
left.
Well,
little.
but as in the poster world, like if I got a poster.
Oh no,
like-
those can be
But if I got a poster in
absolutely
this
fixed.
condition,
Yeah.
I consider this to be like
Oh, yeah.
as good as you're going to find. From a poster that is 61 years old, not too shabby. And the last item is a pair of Frank Worth. Oh no, that's not the last item, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. This is a pair of Marilyn Monroe prints of Frank Worth. That's Gentleman for Blondes, I'm almost sure, that outfit. And just two different poses in that outfit. This was a hot pink outfit.
Is that a picture of her, the hairdresser, like fixing her on the set?
It is.
That's a cool shot.
Well,
because
that was Frank, as you know.
yeah,
always
Frank
behind
Worth
the
got the
scenes.
real. He was a true life photographer. I mean, look at what I love about it is the shadows in.
We'll try the close-up camera.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Well, the shadow
See
of
what
the
happens on
hairdresser
close-up.
and Marilyn Monroe.
Little out of focus, but it does show that picture, and then I'm coming right to the other one, Buck, so stand by. Okay, there's the other one. That's what she was saying.
I
It's got
love the shadow
The
in
lady
that.
fixing her hair.
Yeah.
The shadow is really cool.
Very cool.
But that was Frank's specialty, was to sort of
Capture real life moments.
take you behind the scenes. And I guess the fourth item was, I have a keeping track here, but I think it was fourth.
Right, yep, four.
Fourth item, back to the silver department. This is a Reed and Barton, so that's a brand name
Yes, it
dish.
is.
This is a very modern dish, so this is definitely Greenway, modern Greenway, because as you guys probably know, the Greenway was super modern. So sometimes she would have just modern silverware. We had one whole set of modern stuff and then a set of sort of Victorian looking stuff, the silverware.
Just so you know, Kat McGowan said that was from How to Marry a Millionaire.
Yes, there you go. Thank
yeah.
you.
So Kat McGowan, good eye. Thank you so much.
It was hot pink too, I believe. You can ask her if she recalls that.
Yeah.
I think it's like a purple.
It's like a maroon. It's like it's kind of the
Purple pink.
color of that dress,
But
actually.
even hotter though. I mean, it's like a hot color.
I think that you are thinking maybe of the costume from
No,
How to
Jennifer
Marry.
Lawrence.
No, because didn't we
Diamonds.
we had that
Diamond-
costume?
We had the
Yeah, I
diamonds.
remember
Well,
that
actually,
costume.
we had this costume too.
Yes, I remember that as well.
So to finish that off, so this is a nice little small serving dish or something where you could put, hors d'oeuvres or nuts or something for your guests. And this is not solid silver once again, but it's very heavily plated. It does have European cartouches, or not European, but it has cartouches on the bottom where it says Reed and Bartlett with some additional serial numbers. It's a quality piece of silver. This is not your, Walmart special. All right, so you've seen the Debbie items, and we have gone through the prior auctions, so we are up to speed on all of that. We can now go into, do you want to do the three little?
Well, we could do that, or, you guys are going good on time. Do you want to take a couple of questions? Because we do have questions.
You know
you have
what? We
questions?
would. And let me just also say thank you so much, Angela Cribben. Thank you for donating. And Pamela Lang, thank you. Cammie Roundtree, you as well. Thank you so much. The money that we make from the auctions and the money that you donate goes towards the preservation of everything and the sign getting redone. We're having Debbie's stage sign redone as well. We have this show that we run, and it takes a village. So we thank you so much for that. We're able to bring you this show.
Somebody actually got on the air or asked a question some time ago, and they were like, why do you need this money? And I wanted to laugh because it just shows such a disconnect from understanding what it takes to take care of all of this.
Oh, yes.
Now, yes, we have thousands of items that we have to take care of. The electric bill alone on the storage area
Right,
is this in the hot season is $1,200 to $1,700 a month.
right.
So I know most of you understand this, but for those of you that were wondering, there's enormous expense in maintaining a collection. And we're not a museum. You are connected to us, and together we are the ones that are floating this boat. We're taking care of the Debbie collection for future generations. And if it wasn't for you, we'd be alone doing it.
As we have been for a while.
As we have been for
Yes.
decades. And, my mother was alone doing it for 5 decades, sadly enough. So I love having you all with us, even if it's just for a buck or two to help on along. It's great. And it's just fun that everybody's involved. As you say, it's a village.
Well,
and you mean
well,
the
it is a
people.
village. Yeah, it's a village, and we're getting it now together, which is so great because it's so much fun to share it. And like you said, just the amount of storage space, the amount of electricity, the amount of care that everything has to be taken care of, and it's just us. So we really appreciate it, and we want to share every single thing that
We're
we
all on
are
this
able to
journey
do because
together.
we're in this together, and it's fantastic fun. So
You
thank
have a
you so
question?
much. Question.
questions, actually. The number one that I read is a lot of people are asking what happened to the Reynolds sign of the Debbie Reynolds Hotel.
Okay, so the Reynolds sign is also in the graveyard. We don't know where the Reynolds part of the neon sign is, but there's another Reynolds sign there, but it was the one that had the light bulbs in it. So it was on a different part of the building. There was a big dome that was placed over the wheel, and there was the Debbie Reynolds was also there, same size, but it had the chasing balls of light. And it was a very different design. Of course, it wouldn't be neon either. But the Reynolds part is there, but it's the other type with the ball. I suppose it could be converted in some way, but you know, the way Debbie used to advertise her show, even going way back to the Riviera and the Desert Inn, was just with her first name, Debbie. She was the first performer to just use her first name to advertise her being at that hotel performing, and certainly the first woman to do any of these things. I mean, the nerve of a woman to do the things that she did. I mean, the nerve of a woman to think she could own a casino in Las Vegas when there were none ever in the history of Vegas. I mean, you got to have a lot of nerve. Chutzpah. So there we are.
Well, I am.
That was a lot of people asking that same question.
Well, here's a picture of.
Sure.
So,
Well, let me get it up.
Well, this
so
is the
we
one
don't know
right
where
here,
the
right
Reynolds
here. Go to
is.
camera
Yeah.
2. Okay, you can go there. No, go to camera 2 for a second.
Well, wait, let me...
No, not you, him. I'm pointing. He's going to try to get it bigger, but that you go. I don't know what will happen if you do. Let's see what goes here.
Oh.
Okay, so
Good job.
now you can see that over the wheel is where we have the Reynolds. And you can see it's a similar size to the other Debbie Reynolds, but that one is light bulbs, not neon, which would explain why it's not necessarily going to be lit up in the Neon Museum. By the way, there's my old pickup truck out front there. Buck, you see that?
Do we still have it?
That's no, I got, yeah, right. We keep everything.
I will tell you now,
we
this
don't have
family
that.
keeps
However,
everything.
we do have the stop sign that is next to it.
Yeah.
I know for
No,
a
but
fact.
we actually do have those lights that you see out front there. Those are here. Those red lights, the old MGM studio lights, are all around the front of the building. We had a searchlight that was installed sometime after this. So yeah, it was a fun time. What can I tell you?
Well, you know, I'm so happy I got a chance to see that showroom, because it was, as an entertainer myself, I would have given anything to be able to entertain in there. It had a trap. It had, you know, the load in the back. It had where you could walk out into the audience and be, you know, above them, like so that you could interact with your audience. You did such a beautiful job designing that theater. The sound was incredible. And I still have so many entertainers that come up to me and say, oh, my greatest time was when I got to perform in Debbie's theater at her hotel, because it just was state of the art, and that was you. So you know,
Well, it was difficult to explain to certain people why that room had to have the things that it had in it. And I remember Richard Hamlet in particular at Piero's trying to say that we could just have a little lounge in the corner of the room. And I was like, are we thinking about the same person? This little TTMS over here, you're talking about just putting her in a little lounge in the corner of the old paddle wheel casino, and that's good enough for now? I was like, no. If anything, you know, the showroom has to be beyond, because it's what we stood out. You know, people expected the old Vegas experience, so you had to deliver that, but with state-of-the-art technology seamlessly woven in where you didn't even notice it. It had to be those two things perfectly woven together. So some people didn't understand it, just like they don't understand a lot of things in this world. But it was a good tribute to her. I used to say it was a picture frame that I built for my mother.
Yep.
It was like you frame her in that theater when she stepped out on stage in these outfits that we're looking at here.
I want to just before we move on to giving away the prizes, I want to say
we have
what?
we have 3 little words.
Oh, that's right. We're going
But
there
that'll
first.
go into
But
giving
before
the
I do, I
giveaways.
remember before I met you, and Henry Catrona, who was, of course, a mutual
Wait a
friend
minute.
of both of us, and
What do you
he's.
mean before you met me? We've known each other our whole lives.
Aw, I love when he says that. It just feels that way.
It does.
But Henry, you know, and I were talking about you, and he worked at the hotel with you, of course, and he said, Todd is the jewel in Debbie's crown. And I thought that that was a beautiful, in her eyes, that's what you were, the jewel in her crown. And I thought that was a beautiful way of putting it. And it's really true. I love that. So Three Little Words was released on Blu-ray, right?
Okay, so Three Little Words, maybe we should bring it up here, was recently remastered by our friends over at Warner Archives. And it has just come out and is available. Now, in the future, we're going to do more about all of this. For now, we're going to kind of limp through with a film clip of our own that we can get away with. But in the future, we're going to have the rights to be able to share a lot more with you. But for now, we can show you, my mom will sing this to you off of her stage act, and you'll be able to see a little number from Three Little Words. And then I'll talk more about the new release. So let's rock and roll.
Oh, I brought this little screen along. I had this in my luggage, and I just unfolded this small screen. This takes you back to my first musical. I love the musicals where you could sing and dance. They made you happy. That's Fred Astaire. That's Red Skelton. I love Red Skelton.
I wanna be loved by you.
See that little girl coming down the steps? See, that's me.
I wanna be loved by you alone.
Now hear that. I wanna be kissed by you, just you and nobody else but you. I wanna be kissed by you. See, it's a dumb song, but it's sold millions.
All right.
So darn cute.
Yes. Well, so when she first went to, she was at Warner Brothers. This is her first little movie, really second, I think. But they put her under contract for $300 a week, which was a lot of money in those days. It's what my grandfather made a month, and after working 20 years for the railroad. And so they asked her. Well, why don't I just read from her book about the experience of making that movie, because that was truly a unique experience for her. It was right at the beginning of her career. And so this is out of the Debbie book, which is her first book. And they said to her, Eddie Mannix was the head of the studio, right underneath Louis B. Mayer. Big burly man who started out in the business of bouncer. He spoke in a gravelly voice. Do you sing, he says to her. What do you think she says?
Yes.
No.
Oh, she did not.
No, I said. Mr. Bano told me you wanted someone who did it off a record. Jack Cummings said, yes, that's right. There's a record player right behind you. I put the record on. I turned around and faced them and did my impression full out. This is the poop-poopy-doop thing. They all smiled at the end, so I knew they liked it. And with a big smile, they thanked me and asked me to have a seat. We're doing a musical picture about Bert Kalmar and Harry Ruby, Jack Cummings said, smiling. Did you ever hear of them? What do you think she said? No. Of course not. It's like out of her lexicon and universe here. Everybody smiled, she says. They were famous songwriters, they have to explain to the child in the room. And there's a part of the picture for a little girl to play Helen Kane. Did you ever hear? What do you think she said? No. Of course she hadn't. Anyway, she sings funny, I said. You think you could imitate her, Jack Cummings asked. Of course, that's easy. Wilt Melnick negotiated the deal. The picture was called Three Little Words, 2 weeks at $350 a week. That's also when I found out that Warner's had not picked up my option for another 6 months. Now, the good news about that is it led to MGM. So thank God they didn't pick up her contract, or who knows what would have happened. Maybe she never, has Carrie and I, and we wouldn't even be on the air right now. So anyway, I don't need to say more. Where's the disc?
Where's the disc?
Good God, what's it doing down there? We're talking about something up here. We'll just wait for this to
We are.
arrive.
I didn't want to spoil it.
We got to wait.
There's a hand.
All right, the hand
Just
came
a
in.
hand.
Close-up camera or drum roll.
Close-up camera.
There
watch
it is.
Be on my ass.
Three little words. I'm going to try to do this where it's better in focus. So this is a Blu-ray, newly remastered, and they've done an amazing job. So these are restored. This is where they go back to the original negatives and they restore them, or interpositives, depending upon whatever the case may be. They go back through them like literally frame by frame, get rid of any scratches and all that. But also the color on this is out of this world, because this is all that Technicolor day where you had real Technicolor. I'm talking 3-strip Technicolor was the process used in a lot of these movies. 4:3 aspect ratio, nothing wide like we have today, but a very pleasant, friendly format. In fact, it's, I think, truer to your eyes aspect ratios. But of course it has the I Want to Be Loved by You, provided by the real Helen Kane, who sang the voice. They didn't think my mom could do it, even though she did the impression, so she just mouths it in the movie. But then you just saw her do a pretty damn good job on the stage 50 years later. So the good news is that Warner's has picked back up our little sponsorship deal, and they have given away 2 of the brand new. 3. No, that one's mine. You don't get that one. I get to keep one. He's trying to give away my shit. Did you see that? I don't even get one in my own room. That's gone. Like he's giving away. Did you turn the mic on?
Give away my rings. That's
He's
what we'll do.
giving away the friggin' farm. No, 2.
2, not
one.
3.
Goes in the archive.
Oh, I thought there
We
were
don't have
4
a
of
new-
them.
no, we don't have
Oh,
a
I
copy.
didn't know. No, the rest are stuck at the border.
Now that was true. Last week they were having trouble getting these in the country.
So you'll get 2.
But these are available now to purchase because I actually bought one on your Amazon links. So if you did type in 3 little words, Fred Astaire. The other thing that's
What do you mean on your Amazon links?
if you go to Amazon and you type in 3 little words Blu-ray, of course it will come up, and they direct ship. Now in the future we're going to actually have these available on our site. That'll be bundled with things.
Yes.
That'll be custom, and maybe numbered and limited editions of things. So we're going to have. We'll kick it up a notch, more interesting. But this is a great little movie to have anyway. If you're a musical fan, this is great. Vera Ellen, for those of you who don't know who she is, this lady is a little dynamite package, kind of like my mom, and can really dance like you can't believe. I mean, she's way up the chain in terms of fantastic dancers. I don't know what really happened to her and why she didn't make it even bigger, but you can't miss with Red Skelton and Fred Astaire. So it's a fun movie. It's out. Let's support Warner's archives, because if we don't, this stuff isn't going to be available. The only way you're going to be able to get it is on some digital download, which I don't think is nearly as fun as having the hardback book / DVD / Blu-ray. So that's my opinion. I have a lot of DVDs because I like to go get one when I want it. I don't. Half the time I throw out a movie, right, Kat? And
yes.
it isn't there. It's not. We go and start looking and you can't find it, or they want $20 every time we want to watch it, or $10 or something every time you want to watch it. Well, I mean, even if every few years you want to watch a movie, who wants to pay $10 every time? Not me.
Well, I just want to say, if you want to flip over here, thank you, Kate Maloney, so much, and Nicole Talencio and Sherry King. Thank you so much for the donations. Elizabeth Gandy as well. You guys are awesome. And we
Wait,
are...
I have a question. Seth,
Yes?
why don't we make on the Super Wheel one of the giveaways this disc?
Oh, because we have a high-end give. Oh, we can. Whatever you
Super
want
Wheel
to do.
gets-
What is it you have that's high-end?
Well, a signed program by your mom. I think that's
Yes,
high-end.
and that is what the Super Wheel prize is tonight. You cannot change it.
Well, no, we can change it. I don't.
I want to keep it the way it is,
Well,
because that's a good Super Wheel prize.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you two discuss. I'll just
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
I think that the Blu-ray is great, but a signed Debbie program to me is, I don't know, that I'd rather have that.
Well, it's worth 4 times the money for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you do what you want to do.
Between her and you giving away the farm again.
Someone said, "Don't you hate when mom
but
and dad
you know what?
fight?"
You donate, you get on the Super Wheel, you should get a super prize. That's the way I look
Well,
at it.
to me, I mean, okay, off we go.
So
You
let's
hit
do
it,
no.
Jake.
Well, we're not
3
doing the
little
Super Wheel
words.
yet. We're
starting
doing
with
the
the regular
regular wheel, where we will give away 6
okay, so we're
prizes.
doing give. Okay.
Okay.
Love this.
All right. Because
So
you have to leave at 6:30. I'm gonna
I have to leave.
take advantage of my suck
Is
time.
that
Well, I
the-
have to go
Is this the regular
perform.
wheel that's up right now?
That's
This
the regular,
is the regular wheel. So anybody
The
who
Super
entered
Wheel
the-
has far less people on it.
so
we don't
any
need to explain it. Those of you that have been online with us.
Okay, let me just.
asking
I'll
questions.
explain this real quick. The Super Wheel. This is not the Super Wheel. This is a regular wheel. It's a randomizer. We are going to. If you commented in here on YouTube tonight, you are on this wheel because your name popped up So it's always good to make a comment because then you automatically, your name goes on this wheel. It will be digitally randomized. We're going to pick 6 people right now.
6 lucky people, and if you tonight also if you donated, you will get picked to win a chicken next week. And so that's our grand
That's
prize
only
next
fair.
week.
That's only fair.
New people
I
don't
think
get the
so.
chicken references. I have a lot of chickens.
Yeah, but none you're willing to get rid of.
I will never
Exactly.
get rid of
Well,
a single chicken I
If
have.
you commented tonight in the YouTube chat, you are automatically put in the randomizer wheel here. There may have been a few misspellings on the names because Ryan is not here, so we're kind of a 2-man show tonight instead of our
Let's
normal
do it.
Here we
format.
go.
It's taking
Okay.
too long.
All
Okay.
right. Let's do it. So we just click and we spin.
and
then
here it
someone will
goes.
come
Oh, and I
up.
love the noise it makes too. Okay.
He has the first one.
Good luck, everybody. Here we go.
Read the name.
Judy
Who.
Who?
Judy Who.
She's
Hey,
won
Judy.
a copy
That's
of
right.
3 Little Words.
You have won a copy of 3 Little Words, and that we need you to, everyone who wins on this wheel or any wheel, please write us at catandtoddlive@gmail.com and give us your address so we can send your prizes to you, okay? So this is 3 Little Words. Judy Who, you are the wiener of this. Go ahead and write me at catandtoddlive@gmail.com and give me your address. Boom! Goes out to you. Next winner is...
Now, this should be something different, right?
Oh, well, we had 2, 3 little.
I know,
words.
but spread it out. a
We'll
little.
spread it out.
You know,
Okay,
a
well,
little
here
bit
you go.
dramatic.
I'll
Oh,
give you
look
this
at
one.
that. Thomas Schlieve.
Thomas Schlieve.
That's so great. Thomas, welcome. It's nice to see you again. Thank you so much. And we have a DVD.
Blu-ray.
Oh, Blu-ray. I can't tell you know the
Remastered
difference.
Blu-ray of.
How do you know if it's a Blu-ray or
Look
is
at the
there?
box.
Well, I would, but I don't have my seeing eye dogs on. You
what
see,
color's the box?
it's blue. It's a Blu-ray. All right, Thomas Schlieve, you have won
remastered.
Athena remastered copy,
and remastered.
restored and remastered copy of Athena on Blu-ray by our friends at Warner Archives. And we want to thank you so much, Thomas, for being a part of this family now for a couple of years. We're really happy you're here, and I'm happy you won. So go ahead and write me at
Blu-ray.
catandtoddlive@gmail.com, and we will get that out to you.
Blu-ray. It revitalizes just like something else that's blue.
What else?
Well, we're going to right now. We
All
have
right.
No,
another.
you're not.
Wait. Lori, L-O-R-I.
It's like Cher,
Okay,
just one name.
Lori, that's cool. One name, I love it. I wish I could get away with one name. Cat on the stage.
I think
Wouldn't
you
that
could.
be great? You think I could?
I think so.
Yeah.
It would be so great
I'd
just
know who
not
it
to have to
was.
spell it all. I am so happy for you, Lori. You have won the Blu-ray copy of
3
Little Words. 3 Little Words. There you go. Please write me at catandtoddlive@gmail.com, and we will get that out to you. Congratulations to you, Lori. And we are moving on to the 4th winner.
You don't
Thank
forget, I gave you those Eddie Fisher things too. We
You,
wanted to
oh
get
wow!
those.
You know, I just saw someone ask about this artwork. So who do we have? BJ Amesbury. Hello, BJ Amesbury. She's been rescuing a lot of kitties, and so I'm just very, very love BJ because I'm a big animal rescue person myself. So thank you for doing that. BJ, you have won the Celebrating the Lives of Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher. Inside, this is the program we had at the Public Memorial. And so it's very special. And on the back is the art from Ricky LaChance, who was the artist that...
By the way, Ricky LaChance
I
was
found-
selling on eBay or somewhere
Yeah.
limited number editions of those.
That's right. If you go on eBay and put Ricky LaChance in there, I think you probably get
Buy
this
the
art. Buy the artwork. Because here's the thing. Someone was asking about this not 5 minutes ago in the chat. So if she was saying she would like to get a copy of this. So this is the only place that we actually have it besides the button
But
that
he's
we
selling it.
have.
He sells
But
it.
he sells it, and we want to always support the artist. So if you want to go to eBay and type in Ricky LaChance, it'll probably take you
I'm
right
sure
to
it's
it.
on his website as
Yeah.
well,
Well,
probably.
type that into a Google search, it'll show up.
Yep. So thank you so much. This is going to, who did I say this was going to?
That was going to BJ Amesbury.
BJ, that's right, BJ Amesbury. So make sure that you write at catandtoddlive@gmail.com and send your address. Next is All right.
Thank you, darling.
Oh my gosh. Kathy
She's already got-
Gans, you're
Does
on
she
a
have that?
roll. I don't know. Kathy Gans, this is the program from Annie Get Your Gun, of the stage version of it. And did she do this with Harv Presnell? Oh, I would have given anything to see that. I had such a crush on Harv Presnell.
He kills it.
What a voice. Wow. And did you ever see the side-by-side I did of Harv Presnell when he was doing How the West Was Won and Austin Butler? They look like identical twins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's remarkable. So Annie Get Your Gun, it's a big program. In fact, I've never seen a program like this, and I've been to many a Broadway show. This is incredible.
My mom, ever since I can remember, did programs like that.
Let me put it on me so I can show them this, because it's just page after page of.
Those Debbie letters are in there, if you noticed.
Yeah. Oh, the Debbie letters are on the
we're
stage.
restoring.
Yep. And I mean, it's just incredible. So, Kathy Gans, we are sending this
If you
your
have it,
way.
we'll get you something else.
Yeah, if
Kathy.
you have it, let us know. But I love this. I just think it's great. Next is, and then we're going to the super wheel to put in everybody from last week. Okay. And this is
LCM.
LCM. LCM, you have won this is so great. It's a ticket. It's a collectible, because it's a ticket to the museum back in the hotel days, and also
Well, that is
the button.
Okay, the button is much rarer because the button was given just to the guests of the opening of the Hollywood Museum at the hotel. The
Yes.
ticket, of course, was issued to anybody, one of tens of thousands of people that came to visit.
Right. So if you
But
come to
the
me, I'll
button
show
is
it to you.
very rare.
So this is a neat little
That's a
collectible.
metallic button. That
Yep.
was the opening graphics.
That's
for the
awesome.
museum.
So LCM, write me at catandtoddlive@gmail.com and send your address so we can get that out to you as well. And I believe, are we going on the last one
That
of this
was it.
wheel?
That
Or was that it?
So we're going to go to
Okay,
the
we're going to the
wheel.
super wheel.
And the person for the super will be getting a signed Debbie. Now these are very rare, actually. A signed Debbie Reynolds hotel program, and I don't think we've ever sold or given one of these away yet.
I don't have very many of them at all.
Yeah, it's signed. There it is. It's signed right there. Down
Cut to
here.
her.
Yep. Right there is her signature. And this is a gorgeous program. It's
That's
just
the one that shows the showroom. Show them the showroom you were talking about.
okay.
earlier. It's
Let
right
me
in the
just
middle.
right in the middle.
No, it's
This
right
is-
there. That's the
you guys
page.
knew how to make programs. Let me tell you.
You had the page.
I had the page.
The purple page.
Okay, hold on. Oh, it's just this little picture right
Well,
here
it's
you're
got
talking
that-
about. Yeah, but it's hard to
No, but
see
it
on the
shows you
camera.
the sign
Yep.
that you've helped restore,
Thank you.
and
So-
it shows the showroom that
Yep.
we talked about endlessly.
So this is a signed by Debbie program from the hotel, and this is going to go to
Which is really like $150 value. So this is a serious,
at least.
well, I mean, just, minimally speaking.
All right.
Cat McGowan.
Kat McGowan, you are the winner. Welcome, and thank you so much. And Kat was also the one that identified the Marilyn Monroe
Now, see,
picture.
that's karma.
That's karma, exactly.
Identify
We love
the dress,
karma.
win a program.
Exactly.
Oh, I
And
love this picture
we-
on the back.
Oh, me
I
too.
love this.
That's actually during the singing of Tammy.
It's beautiful.
Well,
Just
and
beautiful.
we want to remind everybody that to get on the Super Wheel, if you send a donation, that helps, of course, efforts like restoring the Debbie Reynolds neon sign and other legacy projects. You will be put on the Super Wheel for next week.
For next week. So,
That's
like
right.
the people that were there this week were the people that donated last week.
Last
That's
week,
important
correct.
to sort of point out. And
And we
also,
thank you very much.
Something that we fail to do regularly is to get people to subscribe. So we're really bad at mentioning all of that. So if you like all of this, either the things that we're posting, the little excerpts of the shows, or if you like the live shows or anything that we're doing, please subscribe because that helps us also.
Subscribe and like what that would be so
Like what
great
you
for
like.
us. Like what you like and subscribe. We would love to have you. Also, I'd like to say welcome to Jordan Lee, who has that fantastic YouTube channel,
Yes.
Daze, D-A-Z-E, with Jordan the Lion. If you don't know about his page, go check it out.
He did a great
You
interview,
will
I think,
love
in
it.
the museum with us, didn't he?
Yeah, he's done so many great interviews with us. He's just I love his content, and I love, just going to, you and Scott Michaels, to me, have just great content on your pages. And so when I can't sleep at like 2 in the morning, and that's when I actually have a free minute, that's how I go down the rabbit hole of really cool things on both of those channels. So, Jordan donated just now. Thank you so much, and just really we appreciate you so much, and on all you've done for us, all of you, and thank you. That's all I can say. We just are so happy and proud of the direction that it's all headed in, and we're just, I don't know, excited about it all. It's good to see her dream come true and have everybody be a part of it. It's great. So I think that's it for tonight.
Well, just a few reminders.
few
If anybody
reminders.
wants to come to
Get up
the
here and quit talking in the
okay,
shadows.
he
Come-
hates that
come
I
Guys,
talk
sit
in
next
the
to me.
shadows.
sometimes. He
Well,
said-
I know,
First of all, he
Hashtag,
forgets to turn on the
mad
mic.
about the boy.
Forgets to turn on the mics. Then he talks in the darkness of the shadows. of the
Well,
studio.
sometimes.
But he's my boy. I love him.
Oh, that's very sweet. Well, that's because
Yes.
you guys are my peeps, my family.
You're
well,
my
we're gonna-
But you know,
people.
my
Okay.
people.
Just lean into her. There you go.
People who need people.
We'll get kicked off.
No, they won't, because I'm singing it. I don't sound like Streisand. I could sound like Streisand.
You
know what I'm
could, but-
talking about? The
Okay.
luckiest people.
All right, so what?
No, but
few announcements.
a few announcements.
You
well,
gotta
if you
lean
would
way
like
in.
to lean way in,
Or I'll move
lean,
the camera,
lean
one or
way-
the
I'll
other.
do like the Magic Mike dancer. See, isn't this great?
Here, wait.
Doesn't this
There,
look
we got it.
fantastic? Okay, that'll get us views. That'll get us another 3,000. So anyway, for the Debbie Reynolds Neon Museum lighting ceremony.
If I thought you were enjoying that, I wouldn't have
you
let
wouldn't
you
have
do
done it.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, I couldn't enjoy it when a man does it, let alone anybody else. Oh, my God, I was mauled.
And we go on.
Ba-dum-bum.
Keep it going.
The Debbie Reynolds
Yes.
Neon Museum lighting ceremony is October 9th here in Las Vegas. If you would like to come, you can either go to, actually we have two options. You can go to the Debbie Reynolds Hollywood Studio Store on Facebook, and we'll let you join the group, and you can let Ryan know you want to RSVP. Or you can also go, I believe, to the Neon Museum site to buy tickets, because Ryan did mention that the tickets are selling to this event. So we want to encourage that. And also, if you're in Simi Valley, California, or anywhere near Simi Valley, the Becoming Princess Leia exhibit has opened at the Reagan Library.
Oh, yeah.
Honoring Carrie, and never-before-seen costumes of Carrie and Debbie's are going to be on display. As well as many other fantastic costumes that are currently on display in their Star Wars exhibit that has already been going on. And that closes October 13th.
Right.
So a lot of fun things.
And then, of course,
Did I
if you're in
take
Vegas, not quite.
No, did I not? Okay,
Here-
what else
well,
if you're in
because
Vegas? Yes, ma'am? So to donate, well, first off, you can donate as little as $1 because that'll pay for the chickens to go to college. And no, just
The
kidding.
chickens are not part of the deal.
The
I
chickens are not
actually-
part of the fund.
That's a-
But no,
we pay for the chickens.
In all seriousness, you
Yeah.
can go. There's a button at the bottom right of the screen. It's a little dollar sign near the comment place where you can put a comment, and you can donate there, and a minimum of $1, of course. But if you donate, you go to that Super Wheel, so you can donate $1, and you can get a fabulous prize, which is really great. And that's how you can donate.
Yep.
And what else was the other question? Was that it? No, that was it. Okay. But yeah, I think I covered everything, didn't I?
No, because
No,
this
I didn't cover-
Wednesday, if you
Oh.
live in Las Vegas,
That's right.
Seth and I will be
Plug.
performing. Yes, but it's Seth's show. I'm just trying out some new material in it,
Oh,
so
no,
I'll be
well,
doing some
you're sharing it with
mentalism there,
me.
and it's at.
Oh, my hair.
You know what I keep wanting to say? It's at
Well,
Tovala.
I can't look in the monitor now because my
Okay,
hair
wait
is
a minute.
We're on the far
It's
camera.
at Taverna.
We're on the far camera.
Yes.
over there, right ahead.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's at Taverna Costera here in Las Vegas on
Taverna
this Wednesday,
Costera.
and it's going to be fun. And
It's-
it's. I think we're doing well with the tickets on that.
Yes,
so.
well, they tell me we're doing all
Yep.
right, and it's going to be a variety show, mentalism, music and comedy,
Mm-hmm.
impressions. A lot of my talented friends are also going to be, other than this talented mother of mine, and a surrogate mother and stylist and therapist and many other things.
I do it all.
She does it all, and including reading your mind. So you come this Wednesday at Taverna Costera on the rooftop for a night of Vegas variety is what it's going to be, and it's
Yep.
going to be a beautiful night.
Yep. So just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I just cannot thank you enough. We just love you, and you're just a big part of our family, so we appreciate you. And that being said, I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody out.
Don't leave them
John
out.
Eric had a question, so I'm going to grab that question, and we will do it next week.
Okay.
You know, so that we have
Why don't
that.
you just hit it? It's can't have our
Well, I
question.
have to find it, so hold on
How
one
difficult
second.
could it
We're going to
be?
lose Seth in 3 minutes. Oh, Mark Holdgren, thank you so much for your donation. Brenda Stone, thank you so much for your donation as well. That's a new name for us, so both new names. And that should do it. I'm just looking for Eric's question. Here it is. What does Todd have? Does Todd have any stories about Debbie's wax figure at Madame Tussauds, how it came about, when did she do it, and did she like the final product? That would be weird to see a wax figure of yourself.
It's okay. It's
Need to read. Oh,
It's
well.
okay.
I didn't think it was all that, but that was me.
I
No,
think
I-
they should redo it, in my opinion.
okay. So what happens with wax figures is they're 90% of the time they're really not that great. They're okay. In fact, what you end up doing is exactly that. People end up walking through the museum and arguing about whether that actually looks like so and so. And I mean, that's all you hear. That doesn't look like so and so. Does that look like Debbie? I don't know. We obviously saw it, and there was another one that was made of her as the singing nun that I wish I could get because they actually had the singing nun costume.
Was this the museum in Hollywood or
Yeah.
here or in England or where?
Well,
where
I
were
don't know
they?
which one he's referring to be honest with you. Did he say which one? Because it's actually, she's been in 3 of them.
Well, I think he's speaking. Is she in any of them right now? I don't think so.
I
but
have no idea.
They should put her in the one here in Vegas for sure, because there was one of her here in Vegas, and I must say they should redo it. With all due
But,
respect
like
to
a
the
lot of times
folks
people end up
over
with
there.
these teeth and stuff. They're like,
Right.
You know, it's like,
I will say,
Well,
I
her-
think
her
the one in
face was-
Vegas, I don't know about Debbie because I don't recall seeing her there, but I think that all of the
No,
wax
they're all
figures look
really
pretty
good.
great here. You know,
Well,
I mean,
she was here in the one, and I think they took her down, but I think it's time they put her back up.
yeah.
So here's
and
the thing.
do it
It's
proper.
just like anything else. It's all about the artist. So whoever makes, because you hand make these faces.
But they
and
are
it's not easy.
measured within the nth.
But it isn't
you
what
know,
you think. It's not like the old death masks where they used to take the molds of the
Yeah.
face. That's not how this is done. I mean, this is literally carved from wax and from images that they have. And as you well know, it can turn out really horrendous.
Oh, yeah, I've
very
I've
easily.
seen that. But I think the one in Vegas is actually the best one I've ever been to because I've been to a
They
lot
did a
of
good
them.
job, and they had her beaded outfit that we.
Yes, yes. So anyway,
She
that's
did.
another cool thing to. There's so many cool things to do here in Las Vegas.
And the,
Some night we're going to do just a show on
everything,
that.
all at
There's
once.
so many,
But
many
we
things.
don't have any stories on this show, hardly ever. We really have to reach deep. So you don't feel embarrassed. Ask any question you want because we generally have a story to go with any possible
There we go.
question you
That's
could dream
right.
of. What
There
oh,
you
yeah.
go.
It's not bad. I don't know about the hair, though.
Well, that's what it is. The hair is not exactly.
It's okay. By
That's
way,
the
that-
wax
but
figure?
That's
not,
the one that was here in Vegas.
But that's not her dress, by the way. So, okay. They just got a dress.
So I think we need to call them.
There's another one, by the way.
Oh,
that-
look at Betty White talking to herself. That is very funny. That in her wax figure.
There's another one, though, that was the Wax Museum with Debbie.
That
there
is
it is.
not bad.
See the one there?
Yeah.
What is that, eBay? Okay, so look at that. That one was actually not too shabby. That was the one I was saying, but that was actually.
Oh
the,
no, I like that. The
But I
singing
think
nun.
that was actually the costume.
I think
too.
that's great.
Maybe not positive.
Well, I tell you what, I have to go because it's time to put away the chickens, ducks, geese, and emu. And
let's go.
So we're going to go. So good night, everybody. Have a fantastic
one.
time. And that's right.
Camera one.
And
Camera one.
whoa, wait.
Camera
I
one.
need my. There you go. Bye,
Camera
guys.
one.
Have a great night. I'm going to put away the chickens. Good night,
Camera
everybody.
One, camera one. All right, graphic. Oh, you don't know where that is, do you?
Do you want to close with the opener?
You can do it if you want. Do you want to play something? Okay, he's playing the close.